Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is others acting different. What is it and how it affects your healing journey?
Welcome to the Light, Hope, and Healing podcast, where we discuss why you have stress, anxiety, pain, illness, and how to heal from it. I am your host, Tracy Gohrick. My background is a healing coach, energy healer, spiritual mentor, intuitive, and channel.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast. This week's topic is others acting different. What is it and how it affects your healing journey? So, I've had this come up quite a bit for me and for some of my clients and my family recently about others acting differently and what it was. I recently ran into somebody that I hadn't seen in a long time. And the mannerisms and the way they greeted me was so different. And the things they said was so off that wasn't them or what they used to be, when I had seen them last. And at first, I was really kind of hurt and offended by it. And then later, I just kind of, when things happen like that, I sit with them because I'm working on myself all the time. And that's something that we all need to do is when we get offended or we get hurt, we want to look at it. Why am I getting hurt or offended by it? And then looking at our stuff for ourselves and seeing what we need to look at for ourselves as to why, because we can't take what other people say or do personally, right? Because that's the one main thing I wanted to tell you is most all the time it's them, it's not you. So if they're saying something that hurt and offends you, it's not you, it's them. And then it's also looking at your traumas. It's showing you what you need to look at within yourself to heal it so you don't be offended by that, right? So I was sitting there looking at it, and that's what came to me again. We know we learn these things. Me as a healer, I've learned these things. I know them. But when you're in the moment, you forget sometimes because your feelings get hurt, right? So we know that it's them, it's not us. But so I was, thinking about it, and I was like, that it's her. The other thing that, possibly came to me was I don't know what that person was going through or been through, in a while, because I hadn't seen them in a while. So they could be going through a health issues, right? They could be having, health issues that's worrying her. And in return, she's not acting the way I remembered. And because she's maybe in fear, or maybe not necessarily the situation, maybe they are having some dementia, because I've seen that with a lot of people with the energies, what's happening on the world, and things are starting to come out. People are kind of forgetting things or losing their mind a little bit because they don't know how to handle the energies. They don't know to handle their traumas that are coming up to be worked through. So their mind is shutting down. Okay. This isn't across the board. It's just things I see, you know, that I've seen here and there. It's not necessarily everybody that has it. I'm just sharing what I see and what I've seen for myself and what's possibly going on with certain people. And so a lot of people are losing their mind because they can't deal with it. They can't deal with their traumas. They can't deal with the things that have happened to them. And they are being forced to come up because we're at a time right now where we need to work through those things. And we're being shown what we need to work through to heal, to raise our vibrations, to change Earth and come together as a collective. Okay. So I talked about that in a couple of videos back, so go check it out if you didn't see that one. But that's what we're working towards. And in order to do so, some people just aren't going to be able to do it. And so, they're getting sick, they're getting dementia. Things are happening to them because they can't handle it. And that's okay. Everybody has their own journey because some people aren't meant to do it, right? It's just their journey. They were maybe meant here to show us. Some people that aren't doing it are showing us in kind of highlighting things that we need to work on when we see what others are dealing with. and seeing what happens when they don't deal with it. That was their job, and that's what their soul decided to come here and do. Okay. So it's not good or bad because they're not. It just is, because everybody has a purpose and everybody has a reason and everybody has a part in what's going on, and some of them aren't going to get it. They're going to end up shutting down because that was their job, okay, to show us what happens when we don't. Or there could be many of other reasons, but that's one possible scenario, okay? So it's to remember when, and part of what I want to take, it's remembering that, so when we get offended and hurt, we don't know what they're going through. We don't know what's going on with their life. We don't know what's going on health-wise. So it's another thing to tell ourselves is to not get offended because we don't know. And the bottom line is, it's their stuff, not ours, when they say something that might be hurtful to us. It's their stuff. And I'm giving you all these different ideas and scenarios so you understand. Don't take things personal that others are doing, okay? It's either you're being triggered by your past, it's their stuff, not yours, or there's some health issues going on, or it's all of them, right? You want to make peace within yourself and not get offended by what others do, because so often you can never go through a day if you can't without being offended or hurt by something somebody says. If you're not healing your traumas, you will always be offended by things people say. And it will happen every day. Because there's always going to be somebody that's going to do that to you. But once you can understand and heal yourself and understand people are coming from their perspective, their crap that they're, throwing on you, it's their stuff, not yours. Or they're having just a hard time right now, whether it's physically, mentally, emotionally, their traumas aren't being healed and they're struggling, right? So I give you those things because this is how I've healed myself. This is how I was able to reconcile and not take things personally that people do. Just be like, that's where they're at. I don't know what's going on with them. It's none of my business, really. It's no, I need to heal myself and not be offended by what others do, because others are really struggling, I mean, we all could really struggle, but if you're watching this, you're on the healing journey, and we're going to overcome it and not struggle anymore, right? So just remember, don't get offended by others. And when you do, it is affecting your health because it puts you in stress and anger, and you don't want to do that. You want to stay away from those emotions, because when you do that and you are not in stress and anger all the time, because I've been there, you will be amazed at how good you feel. You'll be amazed at how life and the beautiful life can be when you don't let those things affect you. It's amazing. And once you do it, you'll be able to do it more and more and more, because you won't want to be in that low vibration feeling that's anger and upset and stress and worry. So once you start working on yourselves and the more you're out of it, it's amazing, and you won't want to go back. And it'll be easier and easier and easier the more you practice that. But it's remembering other people have their own issues and you're not to take them on, even though they might be spewing them at you. It's okay. You don't need to spew back. You don't need to. You will be okay. It's not, you don't need a tit for tat. If they did it, you need to do it back, or they're going to take advantage of it. You don't need to. If it comes down to it and they're that close to you, you might need to cut them out of your life so you can get to where you want to be. Many times people come and go in our lives, and sometimes you have to use your intuition. And when you're not feeling good around those people, to not be around them anymore. All right. So I hope this helped you. We're going to see a short from our sponsor, X39 Patches. Hi everyone, I wanted to talk real quick about the sponsor of this video. It's the Lifewave X39 Patches. I don't recommend very many things, but when I do, it's something that I really love. And this is something that I really love. Me, my husband, and my mom have been on it for about 9 months now. And here are some of the benefits we've had. I have had more energy. I recover quicker from injuries. Like I'll just kind of tweak my knee or, my elbow or something, and it'll feel better by the next day. It just heals much quicker being on these patches. My hair is thicker. I went and got my hair cut the other day, and my son told me that my hair is much thicker than it has because he's the one that cuts my hair. And I just feel more at peace and less stress since being on these. And also there was a mole on my face that disappeared from it. And so many things can happen for you. So for my mom, who's 80, she has more energy. She doesn't need to take naps anymore in the afternoon, which is what she would always fall asleep in the later afternoon. And she no longer needs to or does take naps. It's not that she just would fall asleep because she'd be sitting there watching TV or something. And she no longer takes the naps. One thing we noticed is she had a cut on her finger right when we first started to put the patches on, and it was healed the next day. So she recovers more quickly. Bruises were going away more quickly for her. And also a new one is the doctor is taking her off some of her medication because her levels were very good. So that's another amazing thing that's happened for my mom. And then for my husband, he has more energy. He used to also fall asleep in the afternoon on the couch, and he no longer does that. He's just full of energy again. Right after starting the patches, it was like a week, he popped his shoulder out and out of socket. And so he, got it back in, and like, it's so painful. I don't know if you've ever had that happen, but he couldn't even lift his arm this far, from after it happened. But the next day he was able to lift it halfway up, and the day after that he was able to lift it all the way up. It was amazing. He has done it so many times, and he was never able to recover that quickly from an injury at all. And he's more calm and less stressed. So those are the amazing benefits. And so here's what it looks like. I'm going to show you real quickly. It is a little dot that you just put on the back of your neck. Have it on the back of my neck right now. So you can see it there. And you just wear it for 12 hours on and 12 hours off. It's amazing. I love it. And if you want to know any more information about it, the links are in the description below. If you have any questions, reach out. If you want to purchase it, the links are in below. Again, if you have questions, just reach out to me. My email or any contact information is in the description below. So check it out. It's been amazing for me and my husband and my mom and some of my friends and clients too. I want you to know also in the description below, there's a free healing meditation. If you would like to download that, it's in the description below, and people have gotten a lot from that free healing meditation. There's also several ways you can work with me, and those links are in the description below. And if there's anything that you want me to talk about or you're interested in, put it in the comments below, and I would love to work on doing a podcast about it. And if you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. All right, go do something you love every day. Do something you love. Sing, dance, run around the yard. Just do at least one thing you love every day. And then do one thing of self-care. Drink tea, Epsom salt bath, pray, meditate, whatever it is for you, do one thing of self-care. And then look for the good in everything. Look for the good in everything and in everyone. When something stands out to you about someone, say it to them. And finally, write 10 things you're grateful for. Do these things, and I promise you're going to see a difference in your life. That's what I got for today. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.